Garrett Wilson wins slant 3rd and 5. Why not read Garrett Wilson? I guess I have some questions about the offense. Like, hey, why is Garrett Wilson not your first read here? Why is he not a part of the read? He's your best receiver. And Zach Wilson never looks there. Slant flat right here. Check down. Garrett Wilson is open. We never look at him. Number 1 receiver on the team. Don't look at him. He's on the very bottom of the screen right here. He wins with it's a modified squirt, 1, 2, 3 steps outside, but it works as a shuffle too. Shuffle squirt technique. Gets Diggs to open up. This is not a best play by him just opening up right like that, but Garrett Wilson gets him to do that. Breaks inside on the slant, and look who's open on 3rd and 5. If you hit him in stride here, guess who's getting a first down? Guess where the Jets never look? To their number 1 receiver. They rather look to a slant flat to Lazard, I believe, on the top. What are we doing? Not reading Garrett Wilson. That's what we're doing. Garrett Wilson scramble drill. Zach miss. Okay, he's to the very bottom against Diggs again. Diggs, I believe, hurt himself in practice after this. So I forget exactly what it was. But Garrett Wilson runs the over. Hop step. Break on the over. Diggs does a nice job undercutting it. Garrett Wilson does a good job of recognizing that Zach Wilson's in a scramble drill, and obviously Diggs is underneath him, so he throws him by him, sits it down. Zach Wilson has a window to hit him. Zach Wilson puts it too far inside. Right, misses him. And good job by Garrett in terms of hey, Diggs won it in terms of getting under that the over route, and is open. But his quarterback sucks. Okay. Garrett Wilson win 3rd down, no target. Okay. Top of your screen here. Runs it out on, I don't know if it's, oh yeah, I just said it's 3rd down. He does a good job here. He does a good job creating separation. Another stretch release to the outside, gets Diggs to get into his back pedal, to get onto his heels. Dips heavy inside. Why? Because right now, what he basically did is he created that separation off the jump, and now he's going to bend this far inside because he doesn't want contact with Diggs. Because if he were to take this a little bit more shallow and vertical, Diggs is on the route then, and if he's on that outside hip and he's running it out, it's going to be hard, obviously, to win that break. So he dips it far inside. So Diggs is a little bit more in chase and is not going to be able to get good or get hands on in general. So stretch. Dive it inside hard so Diggs has a fight to get over the top, and he's running over the top. He starts to get contact. Garrett Wilson throws on the brakes, throw by, wins on the out, clearly on the out, completely wins. Guess what? No target for him. You have 2 wins on 3rd down where we went also with the ball, and Zach Wilson never looked there. You have him isolated on the backside of the play. As soon as that safety drops there into it's like a one hole, one robber, one cut, whatever. And we never look at Garrett Wilson again. Zach never looks at him. He's open. That's 2 3rd down wins. Garrett Wilson's slant house call. Bottom of your screen. Okay, deep slant, breaks 1 tackle, and he's off. And I was somewhere, I think for this one, I was probably about 30-yard line, basically here, but on the 3rd level. Because I was right even with this play. So you have Garrett Wilson to the bottom versus Stephon Gilmore. Hop step release, take it vertical, snap it down, break, drive, line, smooth out of the break. Zach Wilson hits him on the slant, pulls the ball away from the safety, runs through the arm tackle, and we're off for, however, 65-yard touchdown, whatever that was. Or more. Obviously has some breakaway speed. He's not Tyreek Hill, but he has solid speed. Solid speed. Garrett Wilson win rocker corner. Okay. Top of your screen right here. Ball isn't there. Why? Because Zach Wilson blows. His arm get hit. I don't know if his arm gets hit, but Garrett Wilson closes the ground quickly to the top of the screen corner. which I believe is Diggs. Yeah, he cooks Diggs multiple times in this game. Diggs is good. He's not great. He's not a great corner. Gets on his toes quickly, sells the drive phase, gets on the toes. We have an aggressive rocker step, one outside, which obviously this is selling the break inside, throwing that leg out there. Diggs bites on the inside break. Rocker, 1-2, crosses face, swipe the hand, wide open on the corner route, and the ball is, I don't know, 5 yards short. So now we have 2 third down wins. One of them, I think both of them being on Diggs, and a rocker corner for a touchdown that's also missed. Just this game. Let's say he hits those 3 throws. You're talking about an extra, already about, let's even be cautious and say 35 yards and a touchdown. See what I'm saying? Like, can this guy not get 1,500 yards? Are we sure with Aaron Rodgers? I think he can. Now the question is, hey, you have guys like Brees who need their touches, and Conklin and Mike Williams, and all this stuff, and Isaiah Davis and Braylon Allen and all this. Like, does he get enough touches? I don't know, but contested fade, bottom of the screen. Yeah. Okay. Good body control. Off the jump. Let's see the release. It's like gather into a hop step. Gather step, hop step. Again, DB is on his heels. Garrett Wilson takes it vertical, obviously. Now Zach Wilson has all that sideline to work to. Gilmore's fighting to stay over the top because Garrett Wilson's faster than him, so he takes a very conservative angle, making sure he doesn't get beat over the top. Again, back shoulder. The ball's not even good. It's not even a good ball there. Like, look at all the grass he has to throw to for him to attack, and look where the ball ends up. Midpoint of his body. Like, Gilmore could have got his hand in there. Why are we not throwing it here? It just a bad quarterback. That doesn't happen with Rodgers, but still, Garrett Wilson comes back, catches the ball. Obviously, you ideally attack it and catch it with your hands instead of your body, but good enough where he obviously gets the reception. Deep ball, no contest. Okay, this is the one thing that Garrett Wilson, I would say, his biggest struggles in 2023 were he's not a great contested catch guy yet. Hopefully he is, and he doesn't have the best size to be like a Mike Williams or anything like that, but you want him to be more consistent than he was. It wasn't great at all. It wasn't 50-50. It was more like 30-70 with him, which is what it is. He has the body control and all that stuff to do it, so bad luck, bad circumstances, I don't know. We'll go through the review, but there's quite a few no contested catches for him. So he's right here to the top of the screen. I believe this is the one where they're down pretty big at this. No, okay, this wasn't it. That wasn't it. That was later on in the game. So off the line, gather, hop again. This time off the inside. Doesn't really do much in terms of screwing up Diggs at the jump, but takes it vertical. Zach Wilson actually puts it in a good spot in front of him. What do you want to see Garrett Wilson do here, though? If the ball is short too, like if you're tracking and you think it's going to be a little bit short, come back to it and attack the ball. He tries to catch it in the breadbasket. It looks like he was just going one-handed anyway, so it probably maybe he caught it one-handed, maybe not. But do I necessarily want to see his arm getting pinned? Which Diggs does a good job right there. Watch the left arm, like hook his inside arm. Really good job by Diggs. But obviously, you don't want to end up going for a catch with one hand. So ideally, we attack it. Secondarily, we clear that right arm to catch it with 2 hands. Good play by Diggs, but contested catch situation wasn't able to bring it down. Okay. Another one. Garrett Wilson not fight for ball. 6 minutes left. Down 30-10. Listen, I understand you're down 20 points and you're not going to win this game, and you're disheartened. Your quarterback went down for the season. Now you're playing with a shit quarterback. He already missed him a few times this game. But obviously you want to see him fight for the ball, right? Top of the screen. Just stutter go. 1-step stutter. Hard step. Sells Diggs. Is open. Now, obviously, you want Garrett Wilson to be hit earlier here, but we can clearly see that, hey, this ball's vertical over the top. He knows that safety's there. He checks that safety's there. And ends up not alligator arming it, but he's not attacking that ball. He's keeping his body out of that and just trying to reach for it. He doesn't want to fight for that ball. Okay, which is not ideal. Like, we want him to fight for that ball, right? Ideally, Do I understand the athlete's mindset in terms of being down 20 with 6 minutes left? You're not going to come back anyway, most likely. Yes. But also, at the same point, let's fight for the ball. Clearly won again. Good stutter. Really good stutter. Really sells it. Look how deep he gets into that. Digs bites. Digs bites. Burn him vertically. Now you want Zach Wilson to throw the ball, now. Throw it now instead of waiting that extra hitch. And again, he puts it a little bit inside, but still, he definitely could have fought for this ball better, right? We could see that he doesn't want to put his body into this. Ball gets picked. Garrett Wilson wins slant drop. That's the second problem, I would say. There's still some easy drops on his film that you don't want to see. He's right here in the slot, bottom slot. Stretch release. Win on the slant. And this is one of the things where like you hear Zach Wilson like he doesn't put touch on his balls, which he doesn't. Stretch release again gets Gilmore right there to hop back on his heels. One step slant, bullet slant, wins to the inside, waiting for the ball, calls for it. Ball is there, squirts through his hands, I believe. Now again, Zach Wilson, you want to see more touch on. He doesn't have to rifle that in there like he does, but still, got to catch that ball, right? Slips through his hands. Now, catching a rocket, 15 yards away is easier said than done, but it hits both your hands. You got to catch it. I'm not one of those guys like, hey, it hits your fingers. You got to catch it because that's a load of horse shit. Hits your palms though. Got to catch it. Garrett Wilson win 3rd and 1, no target. Weird. Our number one receiver, one of the better receivers in the league, is not getting targeted on big 3rd downs. It's ideal. Slot to the top. Garrett, you have Zach Wilson who's staring at it, doesn't throw it. What the fuck? What are we doing, Zach Wilson? Like just utter garbage, dude. Utter garbage. This guy. Thank God he's off the team. I just can't deal with it anymore. Okay, so he gets on DB's toes, and just short strides him. Short strides him a little bit of a wider base, just getting ready for a break. Want to see me a little bit more ready for that hand, maybe. I can't tell exactly where it lands, but it looks like it does disrupt him a little bit. So got to be more ready for that punch. But with that being said, he swipes it, wins on the out. You're talking about a yard or two of separation here on 3rd and 1 on an out route. That's a win. It's a win all day. Guess who's not targeted? Zach Wilson's not targeted. I mean, Zach Wilson doesn't throw the ball. Weird. Garrett Wilson crosser stair steps. Okay, top of the screen. So he's going to bend this inside. He's going to take it vertical for a few steps to hold his line and then break to the inside.